let's turn to something, I was going to say lighter, but the story itself is fucking terrible. But after the last episode, I did get a lot of contact from the furry community. Man, I can't fathom how evil motherfuckers must be to y'all in the real world. Because I didn't think I was being like overly, ass kissing or anything. And many of y'all were like, God damn, man, thanks for not just making fun of us and shit. Listen, I'm into surrealism. I love the absurd. If I'm out there, I want to see motherfuckers with mascot heads and shit on. I'm into chaos. So dude, wear costumes. I encourage everyone, wear whatever type of costume. You like horror? Dress up as Chucky just one day. Go to fucking work. Who cares? Wear a goddamn Nightmare on Elm Street glove just in your life. We all know this shit is over anyways. Have some fucking fun. God damn. But yeah, so I'm a fan of the furry. And so let's see what the furries had to say. First, not so positive. Leg Bacola says furries are gross. I thought about this. I watched, I did go watch some furry porn. I didn't like jack off to it or anything.
That was the biggest load of crap I've ever heard.
I don't know that I would tell you if I did or not. but I did watch a little, and I was really thinking to myself, like, I didn't catch a bone, just, whatever. But it's like, could I jack off if I'm in the moment? I mean, the woman was very attractive. I couldn't tell because of the furry head, but from the neck down, she's an attractive nude lady.
Good enough for a poke.
I mean, look, it's not standard, but here's people. Let's say you are somebody who can look into those cartoon eyes and get a raging boner. Well, thank God there's this community. Because you can meet a hot lady who, is wearing a raccoon head. You just fuck the shit out of her and you'll just, have a great, great time.
What's the matter with them Americans? We get more pussy than they do.
That's amazing. Like, you're one of very few people who found another one of very few people. That's really cool. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm super fucked up. Anyways, the White Picket Fence says, very surprising to see someone who's actually okay with furries. A welcome surprise. Eric the Dad says, all the furry hate drives me insane. They're not hurting anyone. They're having fun, expressing themselves and fitting in how they can. I support furries, no matter how cringe they are. That's all I'm saying. If you see furries out in the world, that probably took a lot to get them to get dressed up and go out in the world knowing people are going to fucking look at you weird. Even if you want to go sit in the corner with your homies, just talk mad shit and be like, oh, look at these fucking idiots, stupid motherfuckers and all that shit. Go talk shit in your corner and leave them the fuck alone. Let the night unfold. Maybe something insane happens by the end of the night. Maybe you have a fucking story to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's so fucking boring. Everything the same, every day the same. Just what kind of life is that? Next, Zombie Sam G says, happy to see someone that isn't hating. Just gotta say the furries I'm around are not always in their suits day to day, and some don't even have one nor want one. Some only get art or less. Props to the furries that wear their suits a shit ton. They are just as hot / heavy, if not hotter / heavier than the mascot suits. Great vid, they didn't deserve to be punched. No one trying to have genuine fun at a concert should be treated this way. Next, Ulf Hednar says open season, which I guess is some sort of threat towards the furries. But next, my homie Siberia says it's crazy to see grown adults who still have the impulse control of children. That's what I never understood about crowd killers. It's almost like, anyone see that episode of The Simpsons where Lisa Simpson discovers that it's like a certain pheromone that reacts between the nerd and the bully, which makes the bully act without thinking? It must be something like that, because when you see shit like that, it makes no sense. And it's always either if somebody's like laughing and dancing in the mosh pit area, if there are girls, some dumb fucking idiot like takes it as some sort of weird personal insult. How dare Girls go into the pit. How dare those motherfuckers just dance and laugh? This is war. It's like, dude, you're taking this shit way too seriously. And if you're older than like 16 and you have that mindset, like, you need to really fucking check yourself, because you are straight stupid. That is like such low level thinking. The only explanation would be immaturity. Next, Salem Mandaravim, I think. Happy you are not hating on furries. What's to hate about? Next, Euzion says, I love the it's a lifestyle and there's porn of it instead of ew, gross fetish thing people do. Dude, the stuff we all do around sex is so fucking weird. To judge any of it is complete hypocrisy. Like, imagine, okay, what if, a lot of people know role playing is very common. If I go and I dress up like a policeman to show up at my girlfriend's house, and I come in and I'm like, miss, I'm going to take you to jail unless you take care of this. And I just pull my turgid bone out.
Calm down, girl.
And then let's say you just have like the most awesome sex of your life. You still dressed up in a costume and played out this fake fantasy, whatever. And that's very common. What if I want to fuck a big-titted fox?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Look, that's not a thing that exists out in the world. You don't have to worry about a guy doing like bestiality on all the local big-titted foxes. That's not a thing. But if I see a cool picture of a big-titted fox and I want to jack off to it, what's the harm? Next, Tom John says, I don't mind until you start wearing it to school, etc., messing with other people, expecting them to accept your ridiculous hobby or whatever it is. Next, Salem Cripple says, as a furry, nobody lives their life dressed as a mascot. Those suits are super expensive, hard to put on, take off, uncomfortable as hell. You might wear it to a con or out in public every now and again, but it's definitely not an everyday thing. It's no different than any other passion or interest. I'm also a metalhead. I listen to it, go to shows, play the guitar, but my whole life doesn't revolve around that one thing. Try talking to a furry sometime. You might be surprised that we're just normal people. I've never met a goddamn furry. Talking to y'all right now, it's first furries I ever talked to, as far as I know. Job's face, whatever the fuck this is. They replied, this is a question I wondered about after watching the furry porn. How do you go about scraping the cum out of your fur? These are expensive outfits. If you're having intercourse in them, because like, okay, from the stuff I saw, either you're nude with just the head on, or there's special suits where there's like from the thigh up to like the belly button is missing. If I pulled out and jacked off, I mean, it would get everywhere. And I would think in fur, not that I've like come on a teddy bear. That sounds awful. Not that I've come on a teddy bear, but I have like spilled stuff on teddy bears and things that are the texture of teddy bears. And if it dries, it gets very hard and it's very hard to get out. And I would think if you tried to comb it out or something like that, it would probably kind of fuck up the suit. So I did wonder that, like, not in a jokey way, like, how do you get the cum out of your fur? But Chris Rage NJ says the furry was at a hardcore show, not a metal show. Different rules about crowd killing, bro. If you can't handle the heat, stay at the bar with the old men. A furry at a hardcore show is asking to get punched. I'm trying to think. Like, I recently went to a hardcore show and it was a straight mosh from the front to the back, and it was intense and people were throwing their arms around and shit like that. But like, I mean, to me, it wasn't like a Wild West, everybody punching each other in the face. To me, I saw a lot of people with their heads down, just throwing, like windmilling and shit like that. And I almost don't even consider that fighting. What happened to Latte Joy? This motherfucker saw Latte, ran up, reared back, and punched that motherfucker right in the face. I can't imagine anyone goes to a show to get punched in the fucking face. Have you been punched in the face? It sucks. If you invited me to like an awesome orgy with some of the most gorgeous women in the world, and you said, but the thing is, first thing, this dumb motherfucker has to punch you in the face, I'd say fuck that. I'll just hang out, wait for the next opportunity, I guess. But yeah, I saw several hardcore motherfuckers stepped up. And we're talking about how tough they were and how fucking, you don't get in the pit if you're not ready to get hit or, shit like that. Because like, if you're a metal fan, I'm sure, a lot of you have been in that situation where you're hanging out with this one person and like, oh dude, I love the mosh. And then they start telling you all these stories about all these people. This dude was like 6'5". I fucking nailed him in the face. He went right down, bro. See, it's not 'cause you're so tough and awesome. It's 'cause that guy was there to watch a show and he didn't expect someone to run up and punch him in the fucking face. That's why. It's not 'cause you're some fucking gladiator. It's 'cause you're an asshole. You're a sucker punching asshole.
It smells like the asshole!
Like I said, a hardcore show, people head down, windmilling. You jump in that, you gotta know what's up. Nobody expects to just get slugged in the fucking face. In the comments, tell me if you go to a show like, fuck yeah, I'm looking to get knocked the fuck out. It just makes no goddamn sense to me. What is your life all about? Anyways, and to add on, Mr. Blonde 66 Milky Way says hardcore's for posers. Next, Just Cyan said, bro, I'm trying not to laugh. Obviously, this dude needs to go to prison, but I'm not surprised at all. A lot of people take moshing to the next level, but wearing a furry suit to a mosh pit is like wearing a Trump outfit to a rap concert, not a Kanye one either. Something is going to happen to you. I know I'm being mega negative, but bruh, common sense. This was in Austin, and Austin kind of prides itself on little weird, absurd shit. So maybe that's why Latte Joy felt okay. There's a million different scenarios. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame Latte. I blame the dumb motherfucker who sees someone in a dog costume and says, oh, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out. Why? What for?